Well, that's it. It's ruined. Thank you, life. Oh, it's almost like when a cell phone goes off in the theater. God, I hate that. Hello, what are you doing tonight? Oh, I'm at the theater ruining the moment. How about you? Oh, well, I couldn't get out tonight, so I thought I'd ruin the moment by proxy. Okay, let's just shake that off. Let's go back in our minds to 1928. They didn't have cell phones back in 1928, but I'm sure they had something for the ruining of the moment. Maybe a bugle or something. Happy wedding time. So, the scene shifts and we find the bride, the glamorous Gerger, entertaining questions from reporters as she lounges by the pool.
You're musing the stories of his father's oil interest. We spooned, briefly, and then he proposed.
So you won't be returning to the stage ever?
I shan't.
You shan't?
I shan't.
Well, that's
Of course. One more question. Yes?
Why in the world would anyone put olives in a Gibson?
I got a question. How can you give up the footlights when you know very well you got grease paint in your veins?
Mister, please.
Janet, I am begging you. Dump the mug, stay with the follies. I'll give you anything you want. Oh, fine, I'll put your name above mine on the marquee.
If you think this is about vanity,
glory, boys. This isn't over yet.
Yeah, I'm surprised you didn't do an encore.
I don't wanna
That was Jane Roberts as the bride. She was the Oops girl, remember? Surely remember the Oops girl. Don't you people read? She was billed as a girl whose sexual energy was so great, which caused the men around her to have accidents, spill their drinks or crash their cars into trees, and then she would go, oops. Okay, I don't really do it justice, but people just ate it up. She then made a whole series of films. Oops, The Oops Girl Come Home, and Oops Girl at Sea, which won an Oscar for special effects.
All right, begging and groveling didn't work. On to plan B. And for that, I'm gonna need an accomplice. Someone gullible, with loose morals. I need a, what do you call him? A European!
In walks Aldolpho, self-proclaimed ladies' man. Now, Aldolpho was played by former silent film star and world-class alcoholic Roman Bartelli. He was the one who later drank himself to death at his chateau in Nice, remember? It was 5 days before they found his body, and by that time, it had already been partially consumed by his poodles. Well, only partially consumed.
Excuse me. I don't believe we've met.
I am Aldolpho.
You are Aldolpho?
Yes, I am Aldolpho.
Not the Aldolpho.
Yes, I am Aldolpho.
Well, that's funny. You don't look like a scoundrel.
Yeah. What?
Why, I just overheard the groom saying that Aldolpho is a scoundrel. I just heard him say that.
What? Aldolpho is scoundrel.
Those very words.
Aldolpho is a scoundrel?
It's like I'm hearing them again.
Oh, this is outrageous. He is saying these things to people, to beautiful ladies, with press for making love. Oh, why?
You must take matters in your own hands.
I must take this groom into my hands and kill him.
Yes! No! Don't kill him. Just hurt him enough so he can't get mad.
Ah, show me this groom. Wait.
What?
What kind of man is this groom? A big man? A burly fellow?
Well, he's been on the outside,
No,
but...
no. I'll not fight big men. Small, pale, easy little dwarf people are that. I'll not fight. But no big men.
So, you're a lover, not a fighter.
Yes. Aldolpho is in love with beautiful ladies. Some say I'm the king of romance.
Well, you know what they say. The best way to get revenge on a man is through his...
sword.
No. The best way to get back at a man is through his...
window.
No. Revenge back at a man through his...
There is
woman.
His woman, his bride, Aldolpho, will make love to bride. That will show people Aldolpho is no scoundrel. Show me his bride. Wait. What kind of woman is this bride? A big woman?
No,
A burly woman?
she's the cat pajamas. Now,
Pajama?
she's a looker, a really attractive woman.
Oh, show me to this cat in pajama. Aldolpho will make her purr. Sound like a cat in pajama.
Roman Bartelli chewing the scenery. You certainly couldn't get away with a performance like that nowadays, could you? Mature contemporary audiences are too sophisticated to enjoy the broad racial stereotypes on the stage. So we've banished them to Disney. Let the children sort it out.
Underling,
Yes, madam.
the pastry chefs have been kind enough to provide the liquor for the party. But remember, Underling, we have to be discreet.
Yes, madam.
It is prohibition after all.
I'm very.
We'll have to use code words! For example, if someone asks for a glass of ice water, it means they'd like a glass of vodka. Have you got that?
Yes, madam.
Are you sure? Maybe you should write it down.
I understand, madam. A glass of ice water means a glass of vodka.
What's a glass of ice water?
Vodka.
Ice water?
Vodka.
Ice?
Vodka.
Oh. Well, you see, that settled that. One less thing to do. Oh, Underling, that reminds me. Might I please have a glass of ice water? I found our meeting with the pastry chefs rather trying, and I would enjoy a glass of refreshing ice water.
Your ice water, madam.
Thank you. That was your vodka, you poop!
I hate this scene.
Well, now I do need a glass of ice water.
A glass of ice water, madam.
Yes, ice water. Are you going deaf?
Would that I were.
You can see where this is going, can't you? It's basically a series of spit takes.
Your ice water, madam.
Thank you.
You poop.
I mean, it's just too vaudeville.
Your ice water, madam.
Thank you.
You poop.
Of course, by 1928, vaudeville was near death. So I'm just going to skip ahead a little bit.
To find some lime juice, madam.
Lime juice? For heaven's sake, why?
I'm going to wring out my eyebrows and make myself a gimlet.
Now, you're probably wondering, what was that routine doing in the show? Well, it's very simple. There's a song coming up. They needed something to allow for the set change. It's mechanics. It's like pornography. Let me explain what I meant by that. In pornography, the story is simplistic.
How am I going to pay for this pizza?
Being the classic example. Now, my point is, as in a musical, the story exists only to connect the longer, more engaging production numbers. What? Well, what kind of society do we live in if we can't discuss the similarities between pornography and musical theater?
In a few hours, I'm going to be
Robert, Martin. Oh, my head is spinning.
Yes, life is a mad whirlwind.
Now, this is a really interesting scene. This is the only time in the show when Jane Roberts and Beatrice Stockwell are alone together on the stage. Now, Jane Roberts was an emerging star, while Beatrice Stockwell was already well established and a force to contend with.
I'm so full of apprehension. But I suppose it's normal, given the circumstances. Have you ever been married, Chaperone?
No, I drink for pleasure, not out of necessity.
Your ice water, madam. I'm afraid we're fresh out of olives.
Have you ever been married, Underling?
Heavens, no, madam. If I'm going to serve a woman, I prefer to be paid for my efforts.
Oh, you too. I know it seems crazy to give up a successful career to marry men I hardly know. But somehow, for some reason, when I look into his eyes, his big monkey eyes, oh gee, I get all woozy and that's love, isn't it?
Not necessarily. The wooziness could be caused by any number of things. I mean, I'm woozy right now, and I'm certainly not in love.
Now, Beatrice Stockwell was known for her rousing anthems. She entertained and inspired the troops in every major world conflict up to and including the Falklands War. Of course, by that time, she was in her late 80s, and her anthems didn't so much rouse as stupefy. But you just couldn't say no to her. Now that is star power.
Really, you're not being the least bit helpful. Couldn't you at least allay my fears with a few choice words of inspiration?
Inspiration. Really, dear, that's not my forte.
Oh, but if you just...
As we stumble along on life's funny journey, as we stumble along into the blue, we look here and we look there, singing answers anywhere, never sure where to turn or what to do. Still we rumble our way through life's crazy labyrinth, leaving no being left from right, nor right from wrong. And the best that we can do is hope a bluebird will sing his song as we stumble along.
That's quite nice, Chaperone, but I don't see how it pertains to my situation.
Let me explain.
Oh, really, that's unnecessary. I suppose I was just looking for a sympathetic...
It's a dismal little world in which we live. It can bore you till there's nothing left to give. 7 overrated wonders, 7 underwhelming seas, 6 excruciating continents, Antarctica, oh please.
Antarctica, oh please.
Still, you mustn't let it lick your eyes. Plant, oh so planned. Keep your eyeball on the highball in your hand. As we stumble along across life's crowded dance floors, as we push and we shove, we live and we learn. And when we finally leave the bar and we see that morning star, to say, Roger, do you love me?
It's Robert, and I'm not allowed to see him. In fact, it's your job to keep me away from him.
You're right. And I take that responsibility very seriously. However, I'm just at this moment feeling terribly, terribly drowsy. I'm afraid I'm going to have a lie down. Now, whatever you do, don't go wandering through the garden, seeking out your fiancé to ask him the question upon which your entire future happiness depends.
Oh, thank you, Chaperone. I just have to know if he loves me.
Skinny little fool. Still, I do envy her. Ugh. When will love come crashing through my door?
La 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 la.
Well, look who it is. It's Aldolpho, come to seduce the bride.
I am Aldolpho.
Now, try not to think of the poodles while you're listening to this part.
I am Aldolpho, and you are bride.
No, I'm not.
What? Is it bride or sweet? You are only one here, therefore you must be bride.
Interesting argument, but I'm afraid you are a moron.
What?
Me, no bride. Perhaps I can take a message.
Yes, very good, yes. Dear Vandergraft bride, I want to make a love to you and transport you to place of ecstasy. Sooner is better than Aldolpho, king of romance.
You saw through my little ruse. You found me out.
So you are bride.
Apparently, yes. Take me, Aldolpho.
Not Adolphe, Adolpho. You must remember my name, for when you're making love and you are screaming, you must say the right name or it will spoil